Good morning, everybody, and thanks for joining us for News 5 Now at 8 o'clock. I'm Shimani Baker. Happy and good Friday. How is everybody feeling? We've made it to the end of the week. It's been a lovely week thus far. Not a lot of rain. I think we had a little bit of drizzling on one day this week, but every other day has been absolutely stunning outdoors. There's a lot going on this weekend. Of course, it's Easter weekend. A lot of folks doing Easter egg hunts, and we're going to tell you all about those stories and maybe some things you can do this weekend in just a second.
Brought to you by Green & Phillips, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Well, you guys know the drill. We always start with our big stories this morning. Starting us off with number 5, a woman was killed and another man was injured in a shooting last night at Sage Park. Police say the shooting happened around 9:30. The man remains in the hospital this morning with life-threatening injuries. So far, no one has been taken into custody, and the cause of the shooting is still under investigation. Number 4. Some Alabama lawmakers want stronger oversight over law enforcement. The House is considering a bill allowing the state to take over police departments by granting the governor and attorney general the power to pick an interim police chief to lead departments in high-crime cities. Representative Reed Ingram says his bill would work well in cities where police recruitment has been a concern. But one police chief says more has to be done to bring down crime. The bill was up for a vote in the House yesterday, but was ultimately carried over. Number 3. A second Pensacola Wawa is now open. It opened yesterday, and that was when the grand opening ceremony was held at the new convenience store on West 9 Mile Road. If you've never been to a grand opening for a Wawa, you have to go. It is awesome. You get food samples. I believe the first 100 people got T-shirts. It's really amazing. And I suggest that you try the cheese quesadilla or a hoagie if you do get to head over to Pensacola and get to the new Wawa. Number 2 for us this morning, former South Alabama Jags quarterback Gio Lopez announced Thursday night he will be transferring to the University of North Carolina. He entered the NCAA tournament transfer portal, earlier this week on Monday. Lopez led the Jags to their first ever postseason bowl in 2023. We want to wish him a lot of luck. I mean, it's sad that he's leaving the Jags here in Mobile, but good luck to him over in North Carolina. And number 1, tomorrow and Sunday, the skies will be filled with kites over the USS Alabama Battleship Memorial Park. Kites over Mobile will include high-flying performances and kite demonstrations by Chicago Kite. You can also fly your own kite, hunt for eggs, and take photos with a special guest this year. Can you guess who it is? Easter Bunny. Kites over Mobile begins at 10 in the morning tomorrow and noon on Sunday. Both days will end at 5 o'clock. Got a lot of fun stuff going on this weekend. We are going to move over to our question of the day, which is, does your school or workplace have an active shooter plan? And would you know what to do, God forbid, in an emergency? I know it's really a tough topic to talk about, but in light of what happened yesterday at Florida State University, where 2 people were killed and 6 others injured, it is good to know if you have a plan in place at school or work and to know what to do. If you don't have a plan in place, or you don't think that you have a plan, or you don't know what the plan is, make sure you go to school or work today and figure out what it is and what you need to do, because you would rather be safe than sorry. I also want to give my condolences to the families, the FSU students and faculty and staff, the entire Tallahassee community that had to go through that tragic situation yesterday. I went to FAMU, which is also in Tallahassee, walking distance to Florida State, and my heart was broken. I mean, it's different when it hits close to home, right? When you went to school in that town and everybody is so loving and friendly and something like this happens, you don't expect it. until it happens. And so I want to keep all those people in my prayers who are going through that. Classes are canceled for today for FSU. And so those students are just trying to grapple with what happened yesterday. It's terrible. But again, if you don't have a plan in place, or if you don't think you do and you don't know what to do, make sure you figure out what that is today when you get to school or work. Our poll of the day is, would shark alerts on your phone make you feel safer at the beach? Now we're talking about this because Lulu Gribben, she was a teenager from Mountain Brook who was attacked by a shark in Walton County, Florida last summer. This law was passed in light of what happened to her. Basically, it would be like an Amber Alert, and you would get an alert on your phone when there's been a shark attack on the coastline. So we just want to know from you, would it make you feel safer at the beach? A lot of people are being funny in the comments, but really, I don't see why you wouldn't want to know, because the point of Lulu's attack was there was someone else who was attacked about 1.5 miles away. Of course, she didn't know. And then that same shark took her hand and part of her leg. So what do you think? Of course, people are in the comments, again, being silly, but we do want to hear from you. If you're on this live stream and you're watching this, what do you think? Would it make you feel a little bit safer at the beach if you got an alert on your phone saying, hey, somebody was just attacked or bitten by a shark? Make sure you get out of the water. As someone who grew up on the Gulf Coast in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, would love to have something implemented like that. I think it's great. But the Alabama House has passed that measure, so it will be in effect soon. We certainly want to thank you all for joining us. And of course, we want to hear from you. So for our questions and polls of the day, make sure you head to our Facebook page and like and subscribe to the page first, and then chime in on the questions and polls. And we will share your response right here on News 5 Now. Again, thank you all for joining us, and have a great Good Friday and an even better weekend. We'll see you back here next week. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips.